State Champs Score is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan.
It's Friday night, so you know where we are hanging out. It is The Score all across the State Champs Network and, of course, Local 4 Plus. You are looking exactly what we are looking at right now. This is such a cool idea, a great way to keep in touch with what's going on in the MHSAA. The football is outstanding, and there's no place we'd rather be on a Friday night. Along with my broadcast partner, Rob Rubick, former Lion, former GVSU Laker. My name is Sean Belegian, and Rubes, this is like we're hanging out in your basement, man. This is outstanding with all this action right in front of our own face.
If you were showing up, I might lock the doors. This is a lot of energy right now.
It's true.
Oh, my Lord.
It's true.
Yeah, we're going to be all over the state, Sean. As we get closer to the playoffs, these games have more and more importance, and we're going to see 12 of them. We're going to be going around tonight, so extremely exciting.
No, it's outstanding. You're going to be looking at the same thing that we're going to be looking at. We have reporters all over. As a matter of fact, why don't we throw it out to our first report? Kadarius, kick us off here on The Score.
I'm Kadarius Flowers, and I'm here at Cousino High School where Ike is facing off against Lakeview. And Lakeview is currently in the lead 16-0 with 8:11 here left in the first half. The two players that have made a big, significant difference is running back Dallas Harris, number 6, and also running back Jalen Lewis. They have really made the running game go, and that's what's got Lakeview off to this early start. As I said, it's 16-0 here in the second quarter with 8:09 as a big play happens, throwing it to number 1, Braylon Burnside. And I'm about to send it back to you, John.
Hey guys, Alex Johnson here at the Jefferson High School versus SMCC game. This one is a heated rivalry in the Huron League Conference. Jefferson comes in at 7-0, their best season, I believe, on record. CC right behind them at 6-1. The stands have filled up here. They're ringing the fence. There's a little bit of extra behind this one. CC without 7 of their starters due to suspension, due to some off-the-field activities. But it's going to be interesting to see if the Falcons are going to be able to swoop in and take a win away, or if the Bears are going to hunt down their 8th win on this season campaign. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, why don't we throw it to Mike while we have a chance? He's got his eye on one of the games around the state.
Good evening, and welcome to South Lyon East High School, where tonight the South Lyon East Cougars are taking on the Walled Lake Western Warriors. We thought we'd get some offense tonight with two teams that are averaging over 40 points a game in their wins, and they did not disappoint. On the second play of the game, Luke Giovanni of South Lyon threw a 51-yard bomb to Jackson Gokener for a touchdown. And as we stand here right now, we just got another 55-yard touchdown for South Lyon to go up 14-7 at the first. Or Walled Lake Western just scored to go up 14-7 earlier in this quarter. Yep. Get back to you guys in the studio.
All right, great stuff. We will be checking in all over the state tonight. We've got reporters all over. Of course, our Game Time Live broadcast, want to put that front and center, Rubes, for the minute. Howell on the road, the early 14-0 lead on Brighton.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be joined on and off tonight. We have Grant Perry and Ryan Slocum calling the game live there. And that's State Champs Game of the Week. There's a penalty right now. But as you can look, and Shawnee, we're going to look around these different boards. You see the Cardinals of Michigan Center doing it right now, having their way against the Pirates of Napoleon, 12-0. And on the bottom right, you got Detroit Catholic Central. This is a machine right now, a juggernaut. They're, Justin Sasante has them rolling. And Grand Ledge, I don't think, although they are moving the ball, they're approaching the red zone themselves here. So maybe we take a look. Let's see if we go full screen. You got Grand Ledge and Detroit Catholic Central, and can we just throw it there? We can listen to the call for a bit.
going to get up the middle for a first down. They will give it to him.
That was more of a trick reverse there. They were trying to just pull the Shamrocks off, and they fell for it.
Kingston Nixon surely seems to be the most explosive player. They'll throw him in motion again. Up the middle again with Delaney.
He's going to be like short by a yard or two.
Going to bring up second and short.
Well, we can come back to that in a bit. It looks like Grand Ledge is putting a little bit of a drive together. It surprised me. DCC has been defensively rock solid. And the upper left here, you see the Brighton Bulldogs are getting close to getting the end zone. And they do, Shawnee. It looks like they score there. It could be a 14-7 game. And that's what the doctor ordered right now.
100%. And you know what? That is one of those communities, Rubes, where everybody shows up to a game like that. I mean, that's what you expect on a Friday night, and you know that place is going crazy right now with Brighton getting that touchdown to get back into it.
Yeah, that's great. And, I'm from the UP, so it's always the last one to leave town to go to the high school football game on Friday night, turn the lights off for the town. So that's what you're talking about with Brighton. That's a huge drive putting together, and they're able to get in the end zone here, trying to make it a 7-point game with the conversion, which they do. And then we got to look at the upper right, Grand Blanc.
Boy, that's a dandy, isn't it?
I think they scored again because they're kicking off right now.
It
was 7-3, and we're going back to the Brighton. Here's a good look at it. Coming to the edge here, bury the shoulder, little cut, little bob, little weave.
Yeah, they needed that. They got down 14-0. Man, they take their sport seriously in Livingston County. But, Rubes, you and I were talking about this before the night began. Hey, look, Davison and Grand Blanc is about as good as it gets in the state tonight.
But here's what happened. I'm going to guess here. It looks like Grand Blanc got a touchdown. They may have got double celebration penalties because they're kicking off. Look where they're kicking off from their own 15 or 10.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
That's I guarantee because they can be. You can stack those
unsportsmanlike
conduct penalties. So it looks like they got 2. And so Grand Blanc's going to probably get the ball near midfield, or Davison rather. And I'm kind of going on a limb, but I think it's 14-3.
That is one of the nicest facilities in the entire state. And I don't hesitate to say that. We had a Game Time Live broadcast there last year in the playoff. If I'm not mistaken, I think the home team beat Oxford that week, if memory serves me correct. But, Rubes, I'm telling you, that facility is as nice as anything you'll see in the great state of Michigan.
Okay, but the one to the left is nicer because that's Grand Blanc. The one to the left is Ford Field.
I think that place is a little nicer. A little nicer. Yeah, I'll say
that's
that.
where Cass Tech and King are kind of punching out the city championship here. They met early in the year, right,
They
Sean?
did, yeah. Back on September 19th, Cass Tech was able to take care of business in that one. These are two teams, it seems like every year they exchange punches, Rubes.
Yeah, in the bottom left, that's the Boyne City Charlevoix game. And I'm going to think that was the Raiders, right? That was Charlevoix. Taking in Coach Josh Klein. Really, one of the best teams he's had in a long time. 7-0 going into this game. Boyne City 5-2, but don't be fooled by that record. They're a solid squad. But now Charlevoix just added a touchdown on a long play.
Yeah, they go up. Look at that. Well, they got the 10 up there. I think they need to hit that extra point first. We'll wait and see how that works out. But as you said, Rubes, this is the cool thing about the games we're covering right now. We're all the way to the tip of the mitten. We're in the thumb. We're all over Southeast Michigan, even into Jackson County. So there's a lot going on right now. How about down in the Monroe area? There's another one that we got an eye on. Monroe Jefferson, Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central. That's a dandy as well.
You know, it's interesting to listen to the broadcast. We popped in there for a minute. 7 of St. Mary's players have been suspended, are not playing in this game today. So that's huge because, that's a proud program. They get to Ford Field quite often over the years. And taking on Monroe Jefferson, the Bears 7-0 under Rob Boudry this year. Really the first time they've made a spark in the radar.
Grand Ledge did indeed score on that drive, as you can see in the lower right. Catholic Central, and again, Justin Sasante has done such a fantastic job for the Shamrocks. But you know what? Give Grand Ledge some credit. You know, there was a question, how would they bounce back after finally getting a loss? And hey, you know what? Holding their own at a very tough place to play.
So how good is DeWitt, Coach Zimmerman? Oh, I mean, they dog walked Grand Ledge last week. DeWitt's a Division 4 or 3 in some years, and they took Grand Ledge out to the woodshed, and it was like 42-6. It was like a 4 or 5 score game, and Grand Ledge just took the ball right down the field on Catholic Central, and the Shamrocks couldn't slow that offense down. So, hats off to the Grand Ledge football team here today.
Looking up at the top right, Grand Blanc with a 14-3 lead over Davison. That's a good Davison team. Jake Weingart's a guy that both you and I know doing a heck of a job for the Cardinals.
Well, he really has. I mean, let's not forget he's been to Ford Field twice in the championship game, won once with quarterback Brennan Sullivan. The next year he did not. He went there kind of depleted. He lost to the Donovan Edwards-led West Bloomfield Maples, or Lakers rather. And that's a tough task going against the Donovan Edwards back then, because that was a man playing with boys in high school.
Yeah, we're good. Boy, I'll tell you what, take a look at our Game Time live broadcast. Look how quickly that clock is rolling. It's almost halftime there. It's incredible. That's a quick first half.
Two teams that are running the football.
Yep.
If you can run the football, you Pac-Man the clock. And what upper right here, looks at Wall Lake Western now in the upper right, and we got upper left, two entering the red zone. We got Wall Lake right here. Yeah, still ways out, and we're going to field goal attempt in the upper left. We got Monroe St. Mary's. Looks like they're trying to kick a field goal here against the Bears of Monroe Jefferson.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye there. Snap down, kick is up, and no good. No good. So you can see some fans celebrating that kick going wide.
Hey,
and
the bottom right. Look at the
Cass.
bottom right. Yeah, we're going to zoom in there maybe. Cass trying to get back on the board again against King at Ford Field. Corey Sadler, man, we talked about him number one. He does it all.
Geez, OP, can he just too much mustard on that throw. But, hey, go back to Sadler. You were telling me you saw him as a freshman.
As a true freshman, they played King, and I called the game, and I told someone, he's the best freshman player I've ever seen, and he's a top 5 player I've seen ever in high school as a freshman. And he was incredible. I thought he'd end up going to IMG or some other big school, around the country.
Sure, yeah.
But he stayed with Cass, to his credit, and stayed with Marvin Rushing, the head coach. So I'm glad for Marvin. I'm glad for Detroit, because he is lightning in the bottom. Number 1 on the bottom, he'd be number 1 in the green. He's flexing out to the left right now, splitting him out wide, trying to isolate him a little bit.
Rubes,
Let's look. Yeah, we got him isolated. They see the safety help in the middle, Shawnee?
Yep.
They're going to double him. They're going to bracket him if they can. And there he is. Sits down. Got to move.
Yeah, he just
Good
threw
job,
that
King.
one.
Hey, I like that. I like what King did. They took away the biggest weapon. They bracketed Corey Sadler and forced it to go to someone else.
Rubes, let me tell you something. The term game speed was made for a guy like Sadler.
Yeah. We got Clarkson in the upper left. They just popped him right up the middle.
Oh, they're rolling right now.
This is. Ooh.
They are rolling right now.
This is one we like to watch a few plays early on, because there won't be a lot of coverage in the second half, because it'll go half when they have running time. Yeah, Farmington moved up. I don't know if they moved up a division or why they're playing Clarkston, because I always thought it was like Orion and Oxford and Clarkson and West Bloomfield. So, but Farmington, that's a big task.
Farmington's put together a heck of a season so far, but let me tell you something. Clarkson, we saw them early, if you remember, down at the Prep Kickoff Classic, and they handled Belleville. And the interesting thing is, remember, a lot of people were saying, well, this is a down year for Belleville. Look, they just lost Price. This just in. Belleville hasn't lost since then. So clearly, they're doing something right in Clarkston right now. I think we got a score from Davison.
Wow.
Look at that.
You know what? I'm missing on this one. Grand Blanc looks like they're opening it up a little bit. Just too much speed. I think that could be a 21. Let's see what it is here. We're going to replay. Look. Extending plays. Quarterbacks that can use their legs to extend plays, and this is what's.
Oh, baby.
How do you coach that?
Look at that.
That's cartoon speed. He's looking at a different speed than everyone else running.
Oh, you know that place is going crazy right now as they have extended the lead now
21-3.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad. You know what? I apologize to all my bosses down here because I was pushing hard to have that as our game of the week. Howell and Brighton's looking pretty good right now.
Hey, you know what? Listen, all jokes aside, though, Rubes, I'll get your back. These are two 7-0 teams, okay?
Yeah,
These are two 7-0 teams.
Jake Weingart thought he was going to be able to pound the ball and control the clock and make it a fast game and limit their possession because he knew they have speed all over the field, Grand Blanc. That's, but defensively, I think he's run up to a team that's quite a bit better up front than he thought.
Pretty special player with Walled Lake Western as well, Donovan Triplett. That's a guy that we had our eye on. We focused on him. Of course, on the State Champ show, you'll see that piece on Sunday morning. What do you got down with Brighton right now?
Well, we got stuff going on bottom left. We got bottom right. We got Cass going in as well. Keep an eye on. We're in the 4 box. Here it is.
Fade route.
Oh.
Couldn't hit it.
Looking for the flag.
Brighton moving into the red zone as well. If you aren't following what's going on there in the bottom left, you've got a situation right now, Rubes, where they got down 14-0 early.
Yeah, they did, but they're coming back. We're going to go there right now, Sean. Let's head to Howell Brighton. Listen to my partner, Ryan Slocum, my other partner, along with Grant Perry.
And he can move down the field like Grant Perry, can he?
Yeah, he can. And I don't know what happened on the Howell defense there, but they just left the middle of the field wide open. And great job by Dom DeGusta. That's a throw where it's so open. Sometimes you leave it short, or you throw it over his head, but he puts it right on him in stride and allows Dylan Edgeworth, the big fella, the rumble and tumbler, to keep going.
And the future Grand Valley State Laker. You know we like that, Grant. Yeah, we're a fan of that. So that's good stuff there. Brighton in business. This crowd has come back to life. Their team has a $133 to try to punch it in here from the 10-yard line and even up this rivalry game before they head into the locker room. Tale of maybe 2 quarters here so far, Grant.
Yeah.
All Howell early. They jumped up 14-0 on their first 2 possessions. Could not be stopped running the ball. And now it's Brighton with the big chunk plays. And their super sophomores, Dom and Dom, getting it done here. Here's DeGusta. He's in the shotgun. Couple of men in motion. And they hand it to Nos. He's got plenty of room. Down inside the 5 to about the 3.
And good job there by Dom again, just following the blockers. Patient, doesn't want to get out front of those pulling linemen and just wants to kind of ride the wave until he sees those guys commit. Then he cuts inside and does a good job getting, really hard to get yards in the red zone. So him to get 7 there, that's pretty darn impressive.
They're going to mark it. Scoreboard says 4. Looks like it's at 3. Looks like it's at about the 4. The clock is still moving. It is just past 1 minute. Little misdirection. It's Nas. He's in there again. Touchdown, Brighton.
Dom Nas with the equalizer. And
I'll tell you what, Rubes, you spot Howell 14 points, but here the Bulldogs come roaring back. They're an extra point away from tying that up just before halftime.
Well, let's not forget Brian Lemons. He was at Ford Field just a couple years ago as well. He's been there. This is a Brighton team that's been stacked over the years, having their way in the valley over there. And I like them because they play physical. They keep it close to the vest. We had them early on in the year in a really good game as well. So, yeah, they don't get rattled. 14-0, you could get rattled, but they don't. And then they come back here and they tied up right before the half. And talk about, we got, once again, Davidson going deep in the upper right.
Wow.
Picked off by Grand Blanc, and things are going south.
Wow, are they fired up there in Grand Blanc?
The Cardinals. This could be, who knows? This is a very talented, let's not forget Grand Blanc, since the Flint, so many of the public schools have closed. So really the only public school left in Flint would be Flint Southwestern. Now you have Beecher, which is outside the city limits. You have Carmen Ainsworth outside the city limits. But they used to have 5 big public schools. They have 1 now. So a lot of those kids have migrated or defected, however you want to call it, to Grand Blanc.
Sure.
So now all of a sudden Grand Blanc has a school of 3,000 students. It's twice the size of Davison as far as personnel. So you get a lot to pick from. And you get a lot of athletes coming out of the city, a lot of kids that are really good football players, have grown up playing for 3 or 4 different Flint schools, and now it kind of becomes like a Flint South All-Star team.
Look at that escapability.
That was going to be a sack in the upper right.
Baby. And you turn that into a plus play. Here's a score. Ike.
Another plus play. They needed this, too. Eisenhower needed this.
Let's take a look at what transpired here as we're back up on the. I love that we got Harbor Beach up there as well. That's pretty cool. When I say that we're going all over the state, you guys, we're going all over the state. A game there, tip of the thumb, are the Harbor Beach Pirates taking on the Elkton Pigeon Bayport Lakers. That's pretty stinking cool. But touchdown there, and you're right, boy. Ike really needed that just before the half. Take a look there.
And don't get fooled by the Patriots. Neither of these teams nicknamed the Patriots. They're playing at Kuzno.
Yes.
Because I believe Eisenhower is getting a new field being built this year, so they're playing their home games at Kuzno. Upper left, Boyne City and Charlevoix. Boyne City crawled back in it. The Ramblers got a touchdown, 10-6 game. Keeping it interesting. Now upper right, once again, Grand Blanc on the move offensively, and they're just so fast.
Look at that.
They're going to give fits to anyone.
And Clarkston just got one, bottom right, as they are just pulling away right now on Farmington. My goodness.
That's 7 minutes in the second quarter?
I believe that's it. Yeah, I think I see a 2 over there. Boy, are they rolling right now.
Now, I don't think they start running time until the second half. Is that correct? Even though a 35-point lead's running time? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's the face you look like.
I think they do when it's 5 scores anyway. I could be wrong.
I think it has to be the second half, but yeah, I could be mistaken.
They are, let me tell those Bowman, the Bash brothers there, they are legit. We've seen Clarkson a couple times this year, and they both sides of the ball, they're going to make you pay, Rubes. There's no doubt about that. So there's a look at some of the action, 21-3. That was a game that we all had a circle on. I mean, 7-0 Davison, 7-0 Grand Blanc. We had a circle on that one.
Yeah, and like I said, I was pushing hard to have this our game of our week, but unless Davison kind of rights the ship here, this could get out of hand.
Lots going on. Of course, we would be remiss if we didn't mention we'll be checking in with our reporters from time to time. Take a look, Lakeview, Eisenhower, Lakeview.
Oh, he's going to host that.
Wow.
Great job. Great job, our camera dudes, our producer, Alan. Nice. He caught it. Eisenhower crawls back into the game before the half, and you kick it off, and Lakeview takes it to the house. Oh, that's just.
He did a little tightrope down that.
He showed a little bit of speed.
Line,
There was two guys.
Yep.
Two guys had an angle. Now one was a big, and I didn't think he was going to get him, but the other one missed him.
Well, that's a huge answer, because I tell you, Eisenhower, you could see the crowd was going crazy. That is a huge answer. Eisenhower came into this one 5-2. Lakeview having a fantastic season. Really shook off a slow start early, but now they got a 3-game win streak.
And I want to draw your attention, Grand Blanc down there. They're just dancing and running and unbelievable. Davison has them at the point of attack, and they still. But they better be careful. They're celebrating after every play, and those officials, they're going to get tired of that pretty quick here. Celebration's fine with your teammates, but not in high school where you start directing to the crowd, to your opponent. That's never good. But the shock of the day to me is the upper left. Seriously, Grand Ledge at Detroit Catholic Central. When I saw that on our playlist for the week, I'm thinking, wow, that's Grand Ledge is going to be in for a tough Friday evening. But look at that. It's 14-7 right before the half, and Grand Ledge has the ball.
And I might add, that's at Detroit Catholic Central as well, that beautiful facility. That you had to have Grand Ledge make that road trip, and that's not an easy play with all those Shamrock fans in that beautiful stadium.
Yeah, Justin Sassante. You wonder, they are overlooking this team getting a week 9 where they have the Catholic League playoff, right? Don't they have for the championship?
Yeah.
So let's see here. Bottom right, I'm just looking. Anyone in the red zone? Grand Blanc's approaching in the upper right.
Cass is back again. Similar position they were just at.
Yeah.
Cass has already knocked off King. That was back on September 19th.
Ford Field's looking inviting. Maybe we could go there and see if Cass can finally finish a drive at Ford Field, because they were down here, as you said, Sean, earlier, could not get the touchdown. Let's take a big look at it here.
Look at Napoleon and Michigan Center right now. That 26-0 there. But as you mentioned, Rubes, I'm really intrigued at that game. Screen upper right, Davison and Grand Blanc. Boy, Grand Blanc just moving the ball at will right now.
Okay, in this, and you know, I can tell you, you look at the coaches, and I'm not sure if this is, you know, Caleb Four. I'm watching his team, but we'll come back to that. Right here, Cass Tech with a chance to get on the board and try to catch King in this first half. Oh.
Big touchdown.
Did you see that?
Athletes, baby.
I played 7 years in the NFL. I never made a move like that in my life. I had no fast twitch. That's all about fast twitch there. I was fast, straight line, but I had no twitch like that kid right there.
You need a little bit of that wiggle today.
Oh,
you know
my
how
God.
it is.
He made 3 people miss, and no one even touched him. Now Grand Blanc, because they're threatening here. They're in the red zone. Let's get a closer look. They don't.
Boy, that kid is slickery. He really is. You've seen him, a similar play, just in the few times that we jumped in, Rubes, you've seen that quarterback kind of slickery his way out of some would-be tackles.
2 of the best high school quarterbacks in the state of Michigan are in that game, because Jackson Dosh, who I think has been off by Western Michigan, he is in the Davison quarterback, and this young man here for Grand Blanc, I've heard nothing but great things about him. And you're seeing 2 kids that, when I say best high school quarterback, I'm not saying they're going to project to be the best college quarterback, but in a high school setting, they're tremendous.
Red zone here at Grand Blanc, into the end zone again. My goodness.
Little RPO, they faked the screen.
And that is a light show for what it's worth. We were there last year. Do not adjust your screen, okay? That they're doing that to you on purpose, all right?
Oh, Michigan Center, the bottom left. The Cardinals having their way with the Pirates. Napoleon comes in, and it looks like, 26-0 already before that. Jackson TV, we love them. We get a game out of there every week. We opened up with them. We had Lumen Christi and Pontiac Prep Notre Dame.
That was a fun atmosphere. My goodness, we had a blast that night. 2 teams that like to put the offense out there. That's a shocker to me, though, Rubes. The right upper,
wow.
27-3. Grand Blanc has opened up a 27-3 lead. There's still just under 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible. Oh, John Watson will never let me hear the end of this. I sent emails, and Chucky too. I've sent emails, phone calls, text messages. Why is that not our game of the week? Well, you know what? I'm glad we got Howell and Brighton. That's halftime, I believe, though, right? It's 14 all at half with Howell and Brighton. That's going to be a day. We're going to follow that one.
No doubt. Of course, Ryan Slocum and Grant Perry, Patty Cesarini out there, the Game Time Live crew across the board. South Lyon East, Walled Lake Western. 2 teams that looking to punch their ticket into the playoff very, very soon. Always exciting, Rubes. I know you've been a part of that in years gone by. That Selection Sunday is such a fun day, isn't it?
You know, I always felt like I had so many friends around the state. Every coach I knew becomes, hey, Rubes, who are we going to get? I said, well, watch. Help our viewership. You know, they all wanted to try to find out who they're going to play. I said, nowadays with Snooze to You, the website,
yeah,
that's about 98% pretty much before you could look at that before we actually announce the setting or pairings. But yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of information in an hour to get out. Did it with Mickey York for a while, Shepard.
Yep, totally remember that.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was a day that was such a hectic day getting all that information prepared for that hour-long show.
All right, let's see if CC can do anything here. Not a lot of time left before half, to be sure. But as you said, 14-7. Rubes, I got to say it again. How was Grand Ledge going to respond? And it sounds like they took that adversity and responded very, very effectively.
Absolutely.
Napoleon gets on the board.
Let's see if Drew Banta, quarterback for Detroit Catholic Central, his dad was a long snapper, I believe, for the Lions, Bradford Banta. Yeah. All right, we're keeping an eye on King. Let's see if King can have an answer with Cass Tech here. Lower screen. Take a look here. Rubes.
into the end zone, getting a big score there. So, yeah, so much going on around the great state of Michigan. This is why we love a thing like the score, because you know what? Guys, normally I'm sitting there with my phone kind of rifling through. I don't need to do that. I got it right up on my screen right now.
Yeah, we're going to keep your eye on the upper left and the bottom right, because CC is trying to get some late points here. They're going to air it out deep.
Did he catch that? My goodness. He
Oh,
caught
my.
that down at the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Are they
threw
going
it
to
up.
be able to spike this? Let's see, can they spike it? They're going to start the clock in just a second.
I'm sure they spiked it, but here's a replay in the upper left. Banta going deep. And they get it on about the 11-yard
About
line.
the 11-yard line.
With 2 seconds. Now it says 4 seconds. So they're going to get an opportunity. I don't know if you try to kick the 3 here, take the points.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So what would be about a 20, we'll call it a 31-yard field goal. How's that? There's 16, no, I'm sorry.
That would be bad
26.
math. That's how that
yeah,
is, Sean.
26. Well,
I know you were told there'd be no math tonight, but there is.
I'm not real good at math. And I think I just proved that to everybody, as a matter of fact.
All right, bottom right. We got in the red zone here, Walled Lake trying to get on the board again before the half against South Lyon East. Little jet sweep.
Trying to take
Oh,
it
that's
wide.
in.
Yeah,
he's got a convoy
got
in front.
Good eyes to get in the end zone. And
Nice job. Good job getting there. Producers paying attention on the big board. We got, for people who don't know, we watch here. So you'll see 1, you see the 2, you see the 4 box. But we got a 12 box off to our right where our producers watch, and they're trying to watch all these games and feed us, when one's getting in the red zone. And we're getting another look at that catch at the CC game on the left. I don't know if that was Sam Gash's son. Here, we're lining up for the field goal.
all right, so they're going to spot that at about the 17, so we'll call it a 27-yarder. How's that? About a 27-yard field goal. Field goal to go up 2 scores. Kick is up.
No
and it
good.
is no good.
And it was blocked or shanked, one of the two, but no good.
That's a huge thing for Grand Ledger to only stay down 7 there, Rubes. That's a huge thing.
Coach Justin Sasante's going to earn his keep here. He needs to go in there the second half here.
Oh,
and kinda
isn't that
shake it up.
awesome? Asking you
Hey, there
shall
they are.
receive.
Look at them.
That's what we're looking at.
There's a reason we have their heads turned, though.
Oof, you don't want to see those.
No, some of them, their wives, I don't know how they got them. But, no, basically, they're working. We just sit here, talk, and watch TV.
Yeah, no doubt.
My boss, Alan, look at him looking good. Alan's going to be leaving us, I'm sad to say, heading out west to San Diego.
Good luck in San Diego. Just an absolute beautiful part of the country. Hi, see, we're in Rube's front room, right? I mean, this is basically what we're doing. You think we're joking? We're sitting here enjoying ourselves tonight. We've got the screen right there. You can't see it, but when you're off of us, you'll see what we're seeing right there. That's what we're looking at.
I tell you, that King-Cass game, I would like to look at the last, say, 10 years of 20 games. They usually play twice a year.
Yep.
See what their records are, betting against each other. They got to be pretty much 50-50. Maybe
It always seems.
I'd give Cass a little bit of the edge, maybe.
Last year, one of our Game Time Live games was at Cass. King beat them at Cass, if you recall, Rubes, and then Cass got their revenge. And Cass looking to go 2 for 2 this year because, again, they beat King 27-22 about a month ago. It was September 19th.
Okay, last time I did a Cass-King game, the quarterback for King was Dante Moore, and they beat Cass at Cass's Field right in the city.
Yep.
What a great place.
Yep.
I went there early. Some of the dads of Cass, they're like, when they found out I was a broadcast dude, they're like, come here, we're tailgating. So I got to eat, they had a sausage, hamburgers, hot dogs, brisket, and this stuff was so good. They smoked it. I almost didn't go into the game. And then when I did, I had a hard time making weight to get into the press box because I put on about 10 pounds.
And I'll tell you the one magical thing about that field, and I'm sure you saw it right away, because I have to give credit to my broadcast partner, Grant Perry.
Magical?
Yeah, there ain't no way that's 100 yards. I'm
No,
going to leave it at that.
no.
There ain't no way that's 100 yards. Boy, look at what Clarkson doing. My goodness gracious, they are a machine.
Wow. Oh, I do see, I believe, Farmington got on the board.
Yeah, 46-7. Yeah, they are loaded.
And Grand Blanc, too. Look at this now.
Keeping an eye. I know my buddy Mike is reporting from the Walled Lake Western South Lion
Another
East
touchdown
game.
for Grand Blanc, bottom left.
We'll check. Boy, oh boy, another one?
You know, we wondered at Davison 7-0 if it was a misnomer because we had them early in the year against De La Salle. And they won, but De La Salle had a chance to win the game on a last-second field goal and missed it. It was a 40-yarder, 41. And I'm wondering then if Davison was for real. Then, the conference is pretty weak. When you pull Davison and Grand Blanc out of the South. And this year, I think Mount Pleasant and Midland Dow in the North are the two good teams. But the conference is down overall in the Saginaw Valley. But that team right there, keep an eye on them. If you have a fantasy football draft for teams in the state playoffs, you may be one you want to take in your first round right there. They are loaded with
Let's take a look at King.
Oh,
that ball comes loose.
He was past the line of scrimmage
Yeah.
anyways.
Now, they saying King fell on that? Did King fell on that, yep.
But, they're saying he fumbled it.
I think that's what they're saying.
I thought he was trying to throw it. I'm like, he was 2 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let's see what the conversation is. I think they're saying that the ball came loose. What a huge break for the Crusaders. My goodness gracious.
King's hurrying here. Obviously, the time, we don't have the access to the clock, but I think the time's running down. They spiked the ball.
Yeah, spiked the. Let's take a look.
Oh, nice. Let's see here.
Take a look.
Keep an eye. He has the ball, steps up. See, I thought he was trying to throw it.
Yeah.
But
kind of an empty hand type of thing?
Yeah, he was throwing it. But as his arm came back, if the ball goes up in the air then that is a fumble.
All right.
So they killed it.
Farmington deep in their own territory. Boy, they're down 46-7. That nearly caught in the end zone for the Crusaders. That's Detroit King and Cass Tech as well. We'll check in with some scores in just a second. We always love to let you know what is going on when teams are in the red zone or something of interest. Grand Blanc has been in the end zone all night. Make no mistake about that. Walled Lake Western has opened up a 28-14 lead over South Lion East.
Getting back to that, King, 10 seconds in the upper right here. Let's go to Ford Field. With 10 seconds to go in the half. That's why King just spiked it. It's 14-13. Cass is leading with 10 seconds to go. As King's going to gather the troops and talk this over, Sean.
This would be a huge score with only 2 seconds left. And more often than not, Rob, as you know, in games like this, they're saying we're going for points. We're not sending the kicker out there.
Well, but that's points. To me, this tells me they don't have a kicker. More than because I got to believe in this situation when it's a 14-13 game. Points are the premium that Terrell Patrick, the head coach of the Crusaders, would take the 3 if he had a solid field goal team and field goal kicker.
Ford Field's going to be pretty packed in a couple days, as a matter of fact. I think it's okay to give a shout-out to your former team.
Yeah,
Lions hosting Monday Night Football. Hey,
I
man.
will be there.
Hey,
I will be there
Rubes.
if you come down early. I host a show in the Bud Light Zone called Chalk Talk. And my alumni guest this week is Tony Scheffler.
I'm familiar with Tony Scheffler.
Former Western Michigan Bronco.
Michigan's finest, right?
Denver Bronco.
He's a Michigan guy
Here we
as
go. Top
well.
right, King and Cass.
All right,
Keep
should
me
be
on
the
task,
last
Sean.
play.
Keep me on task.
Last play of this first half. Oh, we can give a shout-out to the Lions. It's Monday Night Football. That's still a beautiful thing, Rubes. Guys like you and I grew up. Monday Night Football was Dandy Don and the halftime highlights with Howard Cosell.
Did my team make the highlights?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a 2 second. I know there's some confusion here. You see King getting ready. The Crusaders.
Should be the key and operative word, the last play of this first half. Cass Tech up 14-13, going to the end zone.
And he got it.
50-50 ball.
Oh, no, he lost
they're saying Cass took it away, I think. Still no official word.
They're talking.
Still no official word. Look at the fight. Incomplete. How do you... I'm not sure you can call that incomplete,
No,
Mr.
you
Rubick.
either have to get touchdown or point the other way.
Yeah, right.
But I think what they mean is they're giving it to no one. It's halftime. There's no time and a half.
Okay.
So.
All right, let's take a look at this replay.
I thought the King kid had it at
I
first.
did too. Let's see. Hey, Rubes, I don't know what a catch is anymore. Calvin Johnson ruined it for me about 15 years ago, so I don't know what a catch is anymore. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. Here, look at this. We're getting fancy.
Ooh, aren't you guys?
Look at this.
Okay, can you show it one more time? Boys, can I ask you to, one more time? Watch. When he hits, there's the catch. When he hits the ground, that's a catch, right?
It looks like he has his hands on it, but so does the defender. Who has more is what they're trying to judge.
Boy, I think at that point in time.
Sean, this is like you and I fighting over that last wing earlier. Now, I have it initially right there. That's where I have the wing. And then you come in with both hands.
Yes.
And you take the wing away.
Well, what Watson brought that Cajun crust in. And so once I had that little seasoning, I was going to win that battle.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a catch, Rubes.
I don't know. They have a better look than we did. They're right there.
Okay. Fantastic. And, Cass is going to take that all day. Okay, cool. Yeah, incomplete. Yeah, we'll call it incomplete. That sounds great. So, Cass Tech up by 1. Again, just a reminder, about a month ago, they won 14-13. Here's a live look at some of the games going on. How about Notre Dame Prep? Now, that is a prolific offense. So, Marine City doing some work to limit Notre Dame Prep to only 14 points right now.
Who is that? Is it Sink? They have a Sink kid. They got number 7. He's about 6'3", wide out, about 205, and he is a dude. Every time we have him on here, he's getting a couple touchdowns. They're getting warmed up here to start the second half.
They score points. That's what they do. Davison trying to get back in this game, loading up over the middle. And that is complete, but Grand Blank's going to keep everything in front of them as they have built up this lead. No mistake about that. As a matter of fact, we're going to go back around and check in with some of our reporters. Why don't we check in with Mike Ivesil in South Lyon? What do you got, Mikey?
Welcome back to South Lyon East High School. We're at the half. The score is Walled Lake Western 28, South Lyon 14. The story of the first half was South Lyon's defense really shut down Donovan Triplett, holding him to only 32 yards and forcing him to fumble the ball once. However, quarterback David Krall has a 55-yard pass to Lavik Novik and a 72-yard pass to Jesse Sturdivant. The story of the second half is going to be, can Walled Lake Western get Donovan Triplett going, and can South Lyon East get their offense going? Back to you guys in the studio.
Hey, Rubes, that's a great point. I mean, you're talking about one of the state's best, a kid that's committed to going to Western Michigan, and they said, well, we're going to take him out of the game. And Walled Lake Western, the Warriors basically said, cool, we'll find somebody else to get it to. They have 28 at the half.
Yeah, Donovan Triplett's special now. Every week, one week, I think 5 touchdowns. We were doing one of these games that we were covering him. He's all over. But look at the Grand Blanc, 35-3 with 4:40 to go in a half. Davison trying to get some points here before the half, just to keep it from going to running clock. You get the first score of the second half by Grand Blanc. That's really going to get out of hand.
That was, I'm going to reiterate, that's one that I think a lot of people thought might make the case for the best game in the state. All right, we're going out to another reporter right now. Why don't we check into Notre Dame Prep?
We got Brian Haynes out.
Hey guys, I'm here standing at Notre Dame Prep where the 5-2 Fighting Irish are taking on the 6-1 Marine City Mariners. Both offenses this season have been pretty electric, putting up multiple 50-point performances. So you'd anticipate a high-scoring game, but it hasn't really been the case so far. The score at halftime is 14-6 Fighting Irish. We're keeping an eye on senior quarterback Sam Stowe for Notre Dame Prep, who has 13 touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown up to this point so far. And if you're looking over at the Mariners side of things, we're looking at running back Jabin Holan, who up to this point has been leading the team in the rushing game. He had a week 2 where he had 178 rushing yards for 4 touchdowns in a single game. So far, the scoring has been kind of interesting back and forth. It started with a drive for the Marine City Mariners, but they ended up going 3 and out, and it was a fourth turnover on downs with a 4th down stop. And then after a few more scores, it ended up being 14-6 for the Irish. It should be an exciting second half. Back to you guys.
No, really looking forward to it. Appreciate that report. And, Rubes, I'm going to say it again. That's a prolific offense that right now not lighting it up. All right, why don't we throw it to Kadarius now at Ike to let us know what's going on with Ike.
I'm Kadarius Flowers, and I'm here at Cousino, where Ike is currently losing 14-30 to Lakeview. And with Lakeview, they have had one explosive back today who has 3 touchdowns. Dallas Harris, he has a kick return right before the half, and that's what put them up 30-14. The second half, in the second half, Eisenhower needs to play better defensively so they can get better offensively. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Keeping an eye on that one. Notre Dame Prep, Marine City. Boyne City, Charlevoix. That's an intriguing game going on up there. 10-6, as you can see, up on our screen. I can't stress this to you enough. Guys, you are seeing exactly what we're seeing. We're sitting in this replica of the Rube's cottage and everything, but this is fantastic doing this on a Friday night.
Oh, there's a kick, Marine City with a little squib, and Notre Dame had to get back to get on it. And they're going to be starting deep in their own end. Great job, the Mariners. You know, I covered Marine City back in the 90s when I was doing for Pass and Fox, doing the state championships, and they used to run the peekaboo. And I say this every week, where they used to run the 3 backs all swinging their arms coming through.
Yeah,
it was hard to see who had the ball, and very deceptive offense. A little bit different now. They've kind of changed with the times as well.
Hey, I want to bring up Marine City for a second. 6 straight wins. They lost week 1, 6 straight wins. Doing a good job of holding this prolific offense in check right now. So this is an intriguing one, this one to me. Notre Dame Prep, and I love those unis. I love those Notre Dame Prep unis.
Yeah, I do
I'm
too.
not going to
The
lie.
bad part is we had the first game of the year against Lumen Christi. Guess what Lumen Christi's uniforms look like?
Oh,
exactly like that.
I remember.
Yeah.
Especially when it got darker, Rubes, it was tough to see some of those gold numbers. I'm not
my.
going to lie to you.
That's Herb Brogan. Boy, Davison trying to get a score here inside the 10-yard line, get into the red zone, and they throw a pick. Jackson Dosh throws an interception here, and Graham Blank just too much speed at all.
Let's take another look here. Davison looks like they're going in, and was that a back foot throw? Yeah. Ill-advised.
You're not Aaron Rodgers, Jackson Dosh. Yeah, that's tough.
Boy, Graham Blank just rolling right now. My goodness gracious.
We got some games coming back up. We got Boyne City and Charlevoix. The Raiders, they don't know how to spell in Charlevoix though. Too much time at the Venetian Festival. You know what I'm talking about, right? The Raiders are Rayders. So
maybe
unless it's a different Raider.
Maybe it's the sun rays that are plentiful up there. I don't know. We got a visitor in the studio, as a matter of fact. We got an incredible visitor.
MVP right here.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this might be the greatest day ever, as a matter of fact. Come on in.
Sean, I had this personally ordered for you. You know what it is. Howie. Gosh, what a big head you have, Howie.
Oh, Mr. Howie, you even brought me my Cajun crust? Let's not waste words now. It's so nice to see you, friend, but I'm going to spread your Cajun all over this.
Have you been lifting?
He
is
swole. Buff.
You are looking swole right now.
Listen, Mr. Howie, can I take that home with me?
No.
Oh, you're the best ever. Thank you so much. I talk about this all the time on Game Time Live, you guys. Seriously, wave to the cameras out there. Trust me, try this at home, you guys. Put the Cajun spice all over the top of the pizza, not just on the crust as well. It is absolutely, you're my favorite. Seriously. Oh, yeah, get in here. Show me some love. Thank you.
I'm good. You remind me of my buddy Corey Schlesinger. His head's
Ram Man, no doubt about that. Thank you.
Oh, my buddy.
Now, am I allowed to eat this, fellas? See, they're taking it away from me. I can't eat it. But thank you, Mr. Howie. I'm not giving this back either, Mr. Howie. Hey, seriously, all jokes aside, Hungry Howies, we appreciate you guys. We can't do what we do, whether it be Game Time Live, whether it be The Score, whether it be the plethora of great things we do on this network. We can't do the things we do without you. So seriously, thank you. All right, let's get back to it right now.
Boyne City in the upper right putting something together. Nice little run here coming out of the crowd.
Oh, he won't go down.
No, that's the 4-yard run into 20 yards. Just great effort by the running back. We're getting our TV monitor a little bit closer here. This helps me. Grand Blanc get the ball, they'd stop Davison going in, and Davison right now, this is the nightmare half that every coach fears that they're going to get sometime, usually about once a year. Look at, that quarterback is like a water bug.
Love to see that.
Just extends plays super quick, and if you come up, he's like the Lamar Jackson of the Saginaw Valley, because you come up on him, he'll throw it. And if you don't come up, he runs it, and if you do come up and he can't throw it, he'll still run it and make you miss. So he's very talented.
10-6, Charlevoix on top. All right, why don't we check in? We were just talking about it, Rubes. Why don't we listen in a little bit on Boyne City at Charlevoix, Next Level Broadcasting.
34. I think our offensive line on that time was focused on Joseph to take the ball, and Near kept it for himself.
And that's the tough part when you got Joseph, who's a tough running back, a couple first downs, and then Near just keeps it, takes it around the edge, and he's not the fastest guy, but he's made some good runs tonight.
So as we continue our march down the field in this must-see game, Boyne City has it at the Raider 34.
Hewitt.
Yes, indeed. Gets that first down, still on his feet.
Punch
Ian
it.
Moran hanging on to his jersey. Kalen Titus on the assist there to finally get Hewitt down.
Well, Boyne City's definitely come out on fire. There's no question about that. Charlevoix needs to keep up their intensity the whole second half. They're still doing well. Boyne City's a tough team.
This is just the statement drive Boyne City would like to have here, methodically marching their way down the field, getting 10 to 15-yard chunk plays, chewing up a nice chunk of clock, and taking the lead for the first time in this game. And they're well on their way as Joseph breaks through the line once more, gets down to about the 5. That'll be enough for the first down. First and goal from there. Andrew Grogan, Ian Moran, both on the tackle there. It'll be first and goal from roughly the 6. Again, we want to thank both of our camera operators tonight, Ryan Bentley and Ron Lugin. We got Ron's shot down there on the field right this moment. It'll be Near trying to take it for himself, met by a number of Raiders. No gain there.
Just a battle up front, just physical, hard-nosed game. Both teams just going to battle.
All right, welcome back in. Of course, watching this, we were just talking about it. You're familiar with some of that wind that comes off the straits and off the lakes up there. You can see some of the winter coats up there in Charlevoix. I bet you it's cold.
It was the mornings. I was up there this week closing up our home for basically for the winter. The mornings were 34, 35 degrees. There was frost everywhere.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Monroe, St. Mary, and Monroe Jefferson. Keeping an eye on that one as well. Boy, that blue is just popping out of the screen. Look at that.
Looks like Midland High.
Yeah.
The blue and gold pants there. But keep an eye. Where's that Harbor Beach? They come back. We had Charlevoix and now going in the red zone, 2nd and 5 on the 5 for Boyne City, trying to take the lead in that game. They're trailing 6-10. I think we need to get the Harbor Beach was that commercial, but if we get back to their broadcast up there, Sean, we were listening to before we went on, and we're gonna go here and they're gonna go and do a timeout.
Of course they
just were in a timeout. They had a commercial break.
Well, let's see if they keep it there, and maybe we can listen to this guy, because I'm going to tell you point blank, Rubes. I'm hoping for puberty so my voice can get as wonderful as that man's voice.
It is. We were listening to him before the game. Really, the whole pregame show was really good.
Of course, Game Time Live, we are out in Brighton tonight. Ryan Slocum, Grant Perry, Patty Cesarini, Kevin and all the crew. We got a score coming up, as a matter of fact.
Upper right, we're going to zoom in here to Boyne City. 6-10, they're trailing from Charlevoix here, so we're going to look here. I think we're going to stay with our broadcast. We're going to cover this, Sean, glaze over a little bit. They've been gouging on the field. The last time Charlevoix, we had a bunch of people in there, a lot of inside two-gap blitzes. That time it didn't work. They went off tackle. I like that. Good coaching adjustment. They're going to bring the two-gap with the both inside linebackers. You just go outside a little bit, and that's what Boyne City did. Hey, how about those Ramblers? Bunch of rambling, gambling men up there. They got to take the lead here. looks like the 2-point conversion for sure. And now the bottom left, Davison got a stop. I don't think Grand Blanc scored, but they're deep in their own end with not much time in the first half.
Well, you know what? It's interesting. One of our viewers just hit me up and said, can you give a shout out to my nephew, Donnie Jess, Charlevoix head coach, and sophomore quarterback and safety stud, Colin Jess. I guess I just did that.
You just did.
I gave them a shout out just as Boyne City takes the lead.
Yeah, but we're going bottom right here. Let's go big. We got Harbor Beach and EPBP. Elkton, the Lakers trying to get back in this game. Harbor Beach has been dominant. We're going to listen in.
Across the 30 and tackled forward out to the 33. Brought down by Harbor Beach's 57. Middle linebacker John Lehrman at the 27. After a gain of 4 yards. Second down and 6 upcoming for the Lakers, starting to move the ball down the field. 10-15 left in the third. They trail Harbor Beach 14-0.
Yeah, Lakers really likes to run those plays to the wide side of the field, right? So it always looks like they have just a huge play, well-designed setup, but by the time Harbor Beach rolls over there, led by John Lehrman and company, it's a 3-4 yard gain at most. Harbor Beach going sideline to sideline very well, considering they're a little bit shorthanded on that defense.
It's a handoff to Grant Buchholz right at the middle. He's out to the 25-yard line and then nothing more. Forward progress stopped after 2 yards because number 40, Matt Geiger, defensive end, stopped him in his tracks. Now a third down and mid-range, 3rd down and 4 from the Harbor Beach 25-yard line. Right to left across your radio. Lakers trying to convert and find the end zone for the first time tonight. Yeah. They trail 14-0.
Lakers with their best drive of the night, getting as far down the field as they can. This is 4-down territory, so no reason to go outside of your element here. Again, the goal is to get your 3 yards like you get on every other play, right? If you get 3 yards, now it's 4th down and go time.
This is the first time Lakers has been in Harbor Beach territory all night. 9:16 left in the third quarter. 14-0, Harbor Beach leading Lakers. Ben Levasseur with the high snap, rolling to his right, looking to pass downfield, and lets it fly, and it's tipped at the 14-yard line, nearly picked off by Andrew Caban, intended for Caden Caribou, and falls incomplete, and now it's a 4th and 4 at the 25-yard line. Wind is coming from the southeast tonight, so this would be a little bit... Lucas Wainer certainly has the boot, but I'm not sure with this wind and the accuracy from 42 yards out. I'm not sure it's field goal territory.
Either way, you're down 2 full touchdowns here, Clark. I think you're deep enough where you're going to go for it. I would have liked to ran the
half will start. The Harbor Beach defense gave up plenty of yards, but they did not break at the 25 in their own territory. And so turnover and downs, 1st and 10 for the Pirates at their own 25, leading 14-0, 8:59 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, we saw both these quarterbacks now on those outside receivers elevate the football way too high for their bigger receivers, right? They throw it way too high, nowhere to catch it. If that ball's even just a little bit lower, yes, he had to go up and get it, and he's going to take a big hit. But I think it's enough for the first down, but you got to give your receiver a chance. Instead, Harbor Beach's defense starts the second half with a 4th down stop.
Out of the tee is a handoff to Rogan Messing. He powers his way down to about the 29-yard line after a 4-yard gain. That's where Matt Murdoch met him and stopped forward progress. Middle linebacker there. Second leading tackler on the team.
I tell you, not only is it play-by-play, he has golden pipes, such a resonating, deep voice. Beautiful. He's smooth in his call, and then the analyst comes in, and he's flawless.
Yeah.
They're a really good team. I mean, don't tell them. I don't care, I'm old, I'm retiring, but if I was them, I'd be sending out my resume out around because they're really good.
Hey, don't be. I don't want them taking my job.
Enough people in the market already.
I don't need
Harbor
that.
Beach right there. We're going to pop a big one. They run a little bit. I talked about that peekaboo earlier, but remember I started talking about Marine City? Watch Harbor Beach on the bottom right. When they hand it off, you're going to see the running backs come through with their arms crossed, kind of swing it. And the MHSA made a rule where they outlawed the brown forearm pads because they come through and mess with the ball. You couldn't see where the ball was. Watch how they come through the line. They hide it.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Now, right in the beginning, the other one they faked to, he comes through with it like that too. That's really tough.
Do you know who that play-by-play guy reminds me of? I'm sure you know this guy, the longtime voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels.
Yes.
He's got that deep, and Paul's voice is just absolutely golden down at Ohio State. All right, Catholic Central, I think just got in the end zone, or at least very close. Moments ago in Davison, by the way, we're gonna check. I think there's some action going on at DCC. There's some action going on at Davison. So when you guys go to the screen, let's see what's going on here.
Let's go watch. And also, in the upper left, you got Brighton once again. Oh, great job, though, running down the quarterback. Good speed defensively, but let's see CC in the upper right. It looks like they're on the 1 yard line. They got first and goal. This is where you just don't want a penalty and just handle the ball clean, and you're going to get in the end zone. You have 4 shots at it.
Big answer by Catholic Central here coming out in the second half as well.
The give, Connor Ryan
There it
walks
is.
in for the touchdown.
And that is exactly the type of
Well, if you remember, Rubes, they had a chance to go up 17-7, missed a field goal, and then they came out and basically answered the bell in the second half and went right down the field. There's your touchdown, DCC up 20-7, PAT pending. Moments ago in Davison, by the way. We'll take a look at a replay here.
Uh-oh. That's Jackson Dosh, wide open. See, that's what happens when the quarterback can extend plays and buys time. Secondaries break down. All of a sudden, they get caught looking into the backfield. They leave the receiver uncovered, and Jackson Dosh leaves enough time. I think that's going to make it, 35-10 with the conversion. I'm guessing a little bit, and I got in trouble doing this one week, but I think it'll make it a 35-10 game in Grand Blanc.
We'll get to the scoreboard in just a second. I think we just got a thumbs up, so I think 35-10 is correct. Yes, thank you, Alan. Still, I mean, just a shocker. Rubes, I didn't see that coming. Look, I could understand if you said, I think, Grand Blanc, the Bobcats are going to take care of business, but being up 35-10 right now, that's a shock. Jake Weingarts is one heck of a coach.
Yeah, and we always, my friends that we make high school book, just it's fun. We obviously no betting on it, but I said if I was making book on that game, I said 8.5 Grand Blanc.
Okay.
Just because of the prolific offense they have, but I didn't see this coming. So, and then Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central hanging in there against Jefferson.
DCC did hit the extra point, so they are up 21-7.
Oh, Arbor Beach breakaway. Oh, he gets pulled down. Hey, let's go. Can we go back again? Let's go back. Those voices. I know we're making a big deal, but you have to appreciate. You said Paul Keel for the Buckeyes. Let's listen in a little bit.
And the result is, but more than likely, this one's going to be coming back as well. Just when we got this game into a rhythm, flags tend
Holden, black, repeated down.
Want to talk with him? He's embarrassing me.
I know.
Why would I do that,
I
Alan?
want more cowbell.
Are you kidding me? No way. My high-pitched voice? No.
A third down, but this is technically still their first third down.
That's not holding. That's tackling.
No, it's not tackling. That's tackling.
There you go, David. It's more even so. I can drop the G. Easy. The easiest holding call you will ever see is Matt Geiger was going to the ground and he did not want to allow Caden Caribou to get any further and just grabs him at the back of the uniform and throws him to the ground. That's an easy 10-yard penalty and one that was not necessary as they were already deep in the secondary when that battle's happening. So after all that mess, it's 3rd down and 12
from their own 48 now. Back across the 50. It's a hand of Rogan Messing, and Lakers was there to remind them that they knew that one was coming. It's a gain of 3 when they needed 12. It gets the Laker 49-yard line. Stopped by Lucas Lasowski, leading tackler for the green and white this year.
I don't know if he has I don't know if this gentleman has an agent, but I'm gonna get his phone number and give him a call later because I could do that as a post career. I'm retired now, but I could do that.
Yeah, top right, Boyne City has a 12-10 lead over Charlevoix. Keeping an eye on this. Open. Holding on to the ball. Yeah, they're going to say he held on to the ball absolutely, about the 11-yard line, Rubes? About the 11-yard line? Those oversized helmets there?
They look like a bunch of grapes. Different formation. A little play action, a little RPO kind of. More of just a play action, but I don't think he was reading anything, the quarterback. It was predetermined he was going to ball fake up the middle and hit the tight end down the seam, which he did, and a nice play. Not necessarily a cannon for an arm on that quarterback, but accurate.
Yeah, that's 100%. Those efficient passes. Still about 2 minutes to go in that one. 12-10 game. Keeping an eye on that. In the meantime, Howell Brighton, and boy, in case you're just joining that one, Howell jumped out to, I think it was a quick 14-0 lead, and Brighton came back with a couple of scores, one right before halftime. I guess I wouldn't expect anything else up in Livingston County. Patty Cesarini, of course, down on the sideline there. Ryan Slocum on the call. We basically switched spots this week. Shout out to my buddy Grant Perry, who I say it all the time. He's tremendous at what he does former Brother Rice Warrior and Michigan Wolverine as well. Keeping our eye on the action. King and Cass Tech back underway. There's the dangerous Mr. Sadler wearing the number 1. Always have to be aware of what's going on there. Big, look at this, Monroe St. Mary's. We're seeing this big reception inside the 20-yard line, Rubes.
Not much quitting at St. Mary's. They're doing a great job here, coming out, firing, getting on the field. I mean, as we talked about, Jefferson, the Bears are favored in this game. I mean, obviously, Vegas doesn't make book, but I'm saying favored is, you look at their records, look at the competition they played in competitive scores. I had Jefferson winning this game, and then hearing about Monroe St. Mary's having guys out. This is really impressive that they've hung in this game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So here we go, top right, cut at the 5, can't do it. Brought down at about, what, the 4-yard line. In a 12-10 game, that's going to be 4th and goal from about the 4-yard line. Touchdown in the bottom left.
A little option, kind of a midline where he fakes the belly to the running back. He hops right on his shoulder.
Oh, look at this big run. Howell on the road.
To the crib. Touchdown. Howell.
Boy, how did he break out of that?
I know, but that's the voice of Ryan Slocum.
It is the voice of Ryan Slocum, indeed.
I don't know, but it's this is a tale of two cities, tale of two halves right here. This is about a 52-yard tutty. This is just, they got a full house tee. I think this is just lead. Let's see if the off 2 backs to the high side, if they go through first, they do kick out, hit the backer, get in the hole, press it, and then just take off. Break 1 tackle, and big back gets out of there. Oh, you guys like that, you play-by-play guys. That's your...
Oh, that's easy. Those are
that's
easy
your holy
calls.
grail when you get to call that 52-yard touchdown run.
All right, why don't we throw it down to Ford Field? Carmen is down at Ford Field. Carmen?
I'm down here at Ford Field for Cass Tech versus King. We're at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Right now it's 14-13 as Cass Tech leads the way. During the first half, we saw touchdowns from King senior Marion Stewart and sophomore Willie Walker. And on Cass Tech's side, we saw touchdowns from senior Corey Sadler with a 49-yard touchdown, as well as sophomore Julius Taylor. I'll be here for more updates throughout the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Carmen. Back and forth, what else would you expect between those long 2 rivals?
Well, like I said, we should get our crack staff researching what the scores, who's won what in the past 20 meetings. Because I got to believe it's fairly close. I'd give the edge to Cass, but just some really fun games. I probably called close to half a dozen of their battles over the years. Well coached. So many athletes, so many really future college players that are going to excel, former future NFL players in this game.
CC got the ball back. Oh, no, excuse me. I thought CC was threatening again. No, that's Grand Ledge. Oh, they are. They did get the ball back. My goodness gracious. They just scored, Rubes. Seemingly just a couple minutes ago, got the ball right back and seemed to be perhaps imposing their will now, leaning on Grand Ledge.
Stop. Don't say that.
Okay.
Do not say imposing a rule when you're around me. You're going to set me off.
Okay, I'm not going to.
I imposed my will on Reggie White. How'd that work out for me?
It didn't work out well.
Right, so there's no such thing as imposing your will.
No.
I wanted it more. There's another one, Sean. I'm going to train you tonight.
Okay.
I hated that people say, I wanted it more than Lawrence Taylor.
You know what?
He got it, though. I didn't get it.
Sometimes now I'm reminded of Mark Spindler. And you know his love and affinity for the word flat. Don't ever say the word flat around Spin Dog. He might smash your head. Catholic Central in control. How's that?
Absolutely. Making more good plays. I'm a believer in rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get in a flow as a team. Your play caller, you're going to get team on you kind of like a yo-yo. You get them going inside, outside, deep, short. You could get that going. Offensive coordinators get that feel sometime, but the whole he wanted it more in the imposing. Now wrestling's a little different. I don't know if you ever covered wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan. MHSA does a great job at Ford Field with the championships. You will see it there where you kind of beat a guy down after a long time, and it's a little bit different. We're going to listen in here.
Samson Gash one-on-one at the top of your screen. No motion cam Swearingen. Here's the give. Cedric Williams up the middle. fighting for the extra yards. The initial marker is short.
All right, Williams about as close as you can get without punching it in. I think they're going to play big boy football from about 1 foot out, Rube. So I'll go out on a limb.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to him. Like I said, you don't get a penalty, and you have clean exchange, you're going to score 95% of the time when you're on the 1 yard line with 2nd and goal. Upper right, Wall Lake Western, try to open up a little bit more, get South Lyon East. A little bubble screen. Oh, and he walks in, just walks in. Catholic said, great job at the point of attack. And now we go to the upper left, Eisenhower in Lakeview.
Doesn't it always seem when you're doing this, the scores kind of come in bunches too? It's
They
like
do.
when one score,
They
boom,
do.
boom, there's a couple other, but we'll see how that goes.
Nice replay in the bottom there. Get a look at Catholic Central going in. Now, what's happened, Sean? I was not watching. We got the bottom right, King and Cass, a lot of pointing, a lot of flexing, and I'm not sure what the outcome is. But
I think King
Turnover?
went for it on 4th down in Cass territory, and Cass stopped him. I believe that's the case.
Okay.
King initially was saying, no, we got it, but the officials see that. Yeah, they change of possession, and now Cass takes over. Boy, after a big defensive stop, Cass takes over on their own 41-yard line.
What you have to understand about the Cass-King game is a lot of these players on both teams played youth football together.
Sure.
They were in the Police Athletic League in the city of Detroit. So a lot of them were friends and still are friends, but they go to different high schools, so it's an opportunity. Talking to the coach, I remember Coach Rushing talking to him back then. He says, yeah, he coached kids, or saw kids on King and vice versa that are in Cass. And it is, it's almost like playing in the backyard with your brothers. You get all your brothers, your neighbor friends together, and that's a backyard battle. Boy.
Ike looking to punch one in down to the 1 yard line against Lakeview. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't remember the last score, so I'm not even going to pretend. If one of the guys know, you can whisper it in my ear, or that score is going to change in just a moment. Let's see if it changes right here. It does indeed. Plunging into the end zone.
I hate when both teams too have the same colors. Ike silver and blue, Lakeview silver and blue.
So I know Lakeview was up that touchdown. Let's see how close it is now. We'll find out momentarily. South Line East, of course, the Cougs. Okay, look at this. They're back in the game now, Rubes.
Well, you just go for one. Make it a field goal, 1 possession game.
South Lyon see, I told you, they come in bunches, don't they?
Yeah,
we
Wall
saw
Lake
one on
Western,
the
yeah.
left, and we just saw one on the right. Western now in
There we
control,
go.
seemingly.
Once again, Orlando and I were just talking off camera here in the bottom left. When you can scramble as a quarterback and secondaries have to cover, you see it break down in the NFL, let alone at the high school level. The quarterback did a great job spinning out of it. And what happens, those secondary people in high school start looking at the play in front of them like the quarterback.
Right.
They see him almost getting sacked. They turn their head for a minute. All of a sudden, the guy they were watching is 10 yards behind him. And that's what happens in the bottom left.
We got
Jefferson.
Literally 3 scores. The last one was that Hail Mary. I believe we got to look at it right here.
Here's another look here. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to get pressured. Right here, he spins out of it, and the secondary lets him go. Now he's like, oh, there's no one in the end zone except my guy.
Wow. Hey, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I mean, you saw the end of the game we had last week out in Hudsonville. The escapability of a quarterback to keep plays alive sets things up, man. And
He's Kentwood kid, right?
Yeah, the kid from Hudsonville scrambled out and deflected, and the kid standing in back. How many times have you seen it, Rubes?
Right, but I guess I was referring to during the course of the game, that kid from East Kentwood can play.
Ooh, yeah,
He's
absolutely.
Where's he headed?
Michigan State.
Yeah,
Michigan State recruit. Yep.
Very athletic, extends plays. Like I said, I'm a big believer. We're Lions fans. We have the only quarterback in the NFL that really can't extend a play, but he's still pretty good.
All right, Brighton and Howell. Of course, that is our Game Time live broadcast. I believe we just saw another score, if I'm not mistaken. Let's throw it there right now.
A lot of guys missed that. He found it twice in one night.
Another long touchdown by the junior, the big fella.
All right. We did not get a score, but that's okay. Hopefully you're enjoying that game. 21-14. Howell scored the first 14. Brighton came back, tied it. Howell just took the lead, 21-14.
The hardest part of this job is I get caught watching one game.
Right,
like
I know.
I'm trying to watch the Cass King game because that's intriguing me. But if you take your eyes off, you miss stuff like this. We're going to see it right here. This is the long run we saw earlier where he breaks a couple of tackles. No, you know what? This is a different
new
one.
one. This is a new one.
It looked a lot like the other one. He gets kind of lost in the crowd.
Look at that.
But I just saw the score, and I thought it was 21-14. Did they get called back?
This is the replay of another touchdown. So it's now, 28-14? Ooh, look at that.
Okay.
So if you're keeping track at home, Howell scored 2. Brighton scored 2 to tie
Same
it.
play.
And now Howell's come back. This time he breaks it to the outside.
This is where I wish I had a telestrator because that offensive line did a great job of creating a wall of big bodies inside. And he kind of tucked in behind and popped out the other side. Now we're going back live, our games. And I'm looking at King and Cass. There it is. Great job on the scoreboard. 14-13 Cass.
All right. So King, I evidently just got a big play. Let's see what that's all about. We are keeping an eye on that. It is always so many phenomenal athletes on both those teams each and every year. Had a blast, as we mentioned, going down to Cass Tech last year to do a game. Crusaders not to be undone, never to be undone. I think we're going to check in just a second there. Alan, you let me know when we go there. But evidently just got a big punt return. Let's all see it together, shall we? Okay, not yet. That's all right.
You know, this isn't like Christmas when you're a kid. You get to make your list and it comes true all the time. I'm just telling you that right now. Our gentlemen are a little bit over these 12 screens and the tech that we work with here.
Appreciate these guys,
It's getting
man.
better. The thing is, though, it's getting better every week.
You know,
And we're doing more. Now we're getting greedy over here.
Rubes,
we start getting greedy.
I also appreciate Mr. Howie coming in and dropping off a pizza and this Cajun crust for me too. So thank you, Hungry Howies. And Brighton and Howell, that an incomplete pass. So that stays 28-14 there.
So that game up in the upper left, Howell comes out, scores 14 in the first half, doesn't do anything else the rest of the half. Brighton scores 14 and tie it. Howell comes out in the second half, puts 14 up. Let's see if this holds serve here. Brighton comes back and puts the next 14.
Yep. All right, Walled Lake Western, South Lyon East. I know my guy Mike Ivesel is out there. Nothing doing there for South Lyon East. Trying to get outside, but it all starts in the trenches. Every level of the game, and they just got blown off the ball, and that play had no chance. That's a loss. Brighton trying to get things going, nearly a one-handed catch. Let's go see what the Crusaders are doing here.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're doubling down on that nice punt return because now they're in good field position. They're trying to put it in the end zone.
Sadler just got his helmet knocked off. Here's the punt return to set this up.
Oh, it's a long one.
The Crusaders. Oh, look at that.
Look at this. I want to know who gets them.
Ooh. Might be Sadler. Yep. A lot of times he's actually punted as well for Cass Tech. So he might be the last man back. So I'm going to be interested, Mr. Rubick, to see if he sticks around at North Carolina. With all the uncertainty down at North Carolina.
Oh, with Belichick.
Yeah, I'm going to be very intrigued to see if that's something he sticks around with.
I mean, has he been offered close to home? Have State and Michigan both offered him, you know?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Boy, he's
he doesn't fit the box per se. He's a little bit undersized for Big Ten, but he can play. Where do you want to play him? You want to play him at corner?
Right.
You want to play him at wideout? You want to play him at a slot receiver? You can run him at some running back? He can play anywhere. Very talented.
All right. Lakeview has the ball against Eisenhower. I'm with you, Rob. It's so funny. I get stuck watching one game as opposed to letting my eyes wander. Now my eyes are wandering. Harbor Beach holds on to that 14-6 lead as that clock is ticking down there in the fourth quarter.
Well, we had the Lakers earlier. I'm trying to think who they played. Oh, Millington. They gave Millington, who's the defending state champ, they lost to Millington, I believe, 14-3, and now they're hanging with Harbor Beach. So you just wonder who is the cream of the crop coming out of the Thumb area?
That's a great question.
A lot of good teams. Cass City's up there. They're good too.
All right, South Lyon East trying to get something going. That's a slant down to about the 10-yard line. Well, they're going to mark that about the 11. Oh, down at the bottom. See, there we go,
Yeah,
Rubes.
we got King. I was watching that. We're going to get a replay here in a minute. We're going to see King was able, after that punt return, they were able to compound it with this play right here. A little slip screen, gets underneath, goes back out. Speed kills, man. That's just, you don't coach that.
No.
He starts running in. He's like, oop, I'm going to go back out. Oop, now I'm going to go up the field. I'm going to score. Got to go for 2 here. 19-14, I would believe, to make it a 7-point game. And Harbor Beach in the bottom left. We got a replay there for, down to the 1-yard line. Maybe we can go, we go after this, if we get the replay. Oh, geez, this is what I hate when they go at the same time. But your Harbor Beach trying to score to extend it to a 2-possession game. And King going for 2. Let's go to King. If we can get to King big.
Here it is. Inside handoff. He got stuffed. Yeah,
Huge
he got
play.
stuffed.
Huge play for the technicians. Marvin Rushing's defense came up big.
So we'll keep an eye on that. We will keep it. So now, if I'm not mistaken, that's 19-14, correct?
Yes, 19-14.
Ask and ye shall receive, 19-14. There you go.
Here we got a replay. Harbor Beach getting into the end zone. I believe so. That's
Boy,
big.
another touchdown. See how they come in, rapid fire? Another touchdown there. South Lyon East got in. So I'm sure that partisan crowd's going crazy right now.
Actually, Harbor Beach should not get it. Second and goal. You see the full house tee. Give it to the fullback, the second one in the middle, and he gets in the end zone.
That time he did.
I can see that from here.
No doubt about that. That's a big touchdown, Rubes, too, with 9 minutes to go.
And points are at a premium. That's a low-scoring physical football game, and the tall blades in the Thumb at Harbor Beach. If you've never been to Harbor Beach, okay, I'm going to do a little commercial for Harbor Beach. My wife and I went about a month or so ago. We went up the coast a little bit. We started Croslex, went up to Harbor Beach.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most beautiful places. The harbor is incredible. It's
phenomenal.
It's the biggest man-made harbor, and it is absolutely beautiful. There's a pier that goes out, and it was such a quaint, cute little town. If you ever, you're looking for somewhere to go, man, I'm telling you.
The whole Thumb is just vastly underrated. It
hugely
really
underrated.
Is. Yep. No doubt about
Lake
that.
Huron is like the ugly stepbrother.
Don't tell people. Don't. That's our secret. Don't tell people. Especially like the Greenbush area. Don't tell people. That's my little secret, okay? All right, we're keeping an eye on things. So South Lyon East scored, but they still have some work to do. So 20-6 down there.
Pontiac Prep going up top.
Oh, look at that.
Baby.
Look at that.
Just athletes, man. If they could play defense, because we watched against Christie, they scored, I think, 38 or 40 points and lost by 20. Christie hung 60 on them. Then we saw them another game a couple weeks ago where they won, but their opponent scored like 40. But they had to win. They had to score 50 or 60. They just, defensively, have liabilities. But, man, that offense of Pontiac Prep is tasty.
Oh, flag on the play. They're bringing it back. Thank you, Alan, for the whisper in the ear to let us know. This is great, you guys. Seriously, I hope we're doing an adequate job of explaining to you what's going on. Because, like Rube said it earlier, I'm just sitting here like I'm chilling at home. You know, okay, I'm watching this Walled Lake Western game, and then Rubes will kind of go, hey, look what Notre Dame Prep's doing as they set up a screen. Try to get a big gainer going, huh?
How about that call? You go up top. You hit a 50-yard touchdown pass, you run a post, you get behind the secondary. So now you put a little bit of fear in them. Next play, you come back with a little sideline screen. Boom. You pick up 10, 15 yards.
Howell scores another one. So they answered your question, Rubes. It was a game of twos. Yeah. 2 touchdowns by Howell, 2 touchdowns by Brighton, 2 touchdowns by Howell, and now another one.
And now too bad for the Brighton Bulldogs. Yeah. They're looking up at a big hill to climb here, 35-14.
Yeah.
They're 3 touchdowns down. And not only are they 3 down, the fact is you have to stop them from scoring as well when you try to get 3. And here's a replay. They're just running power. Look at the tight set. They got all 11 guys right there. He just bury it.
Wow.
The same guy. 22. That's his third. I know him for sure.
Yeah.
His fourth. He's a different looking back.
Bryce
like a tight
Kish,
end.
correct? That's Bryce Kish, if I'm not mistaken.
You take a tight end, you put him at fullback, and he just comes through, and no one really tackles him, wraps him up, and he just bounces out of there.
Extra point, not good, but that's a 20-point lead with only 11:49 to go. So Howell with 3 straight scores to seemingly take control in Livingston County.
Well, we got Marine City, Pontiac Preps rallying pretty well there defensively. I want to keep an eye. I think, like, if we go double box, I'm looking for get Marine City, Pontiac Prep, and get King and Cass. If we can maybe look at getting a double box here too sometime. Not right now because neither of them are in the red zone, but Cass is intriguing to me. This is a big drive for them after giving up that touchdown. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, man.
All right, we got a big play called back. We're going to go down to the Battle of Monroe. Let's take a look at what's going on in this one.
A little quarterback keep.
Boy, look at that heat to cause that separation. Got it called back. Boy, I love those blue jerseys. I'm not going to lie.
So then he fumbles the ball.
Oh, look at
and
that.
And they give it up. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, my Lord. Just think, you're so excited. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. And now,
let's see.
Scrambling for his life.
Quick change. Keeping alive. Are you kidding me?
You're kidding me.
Are you kidding me? And it's still going.
He's a pinball wizard.
Look at this kid.
He's a pinball wizard. I'll tell you what, replay dude, whoever you are over there, you're killing me now. These are awesome. Replay makes this show 100% better.
Oh,
I love it.
Easily.
I love it because we miss so much if you don't have it. But now we have the ability to go back and see what we miss.
All right, so
Marine
we'll keep
City
an eye. Marine City. Boy, it's a nice big gainer. Look at this.
It's a night of the running quarterback.
Nice cut there to pick up a few extra yards down close to the 30-yard line. Oh, this is fantastic on a Friday night. Are you kidding me? I'm enjoying this sitting from it. The only thing missing is maybe my slippers and putting my feet up in front of me, right?
And your shorts.
And I'm definitely missing my shorts. Don't mock me for my shorts, darn it.
So we got Eisenhower Lakeview. It looks like, does Ike have the ball coming out? Yes. Ike has the ball coming out.
Yeah,
Marine
boy,
City,
they
Notre
are
Dame Prep.
deep in their own territory, right?
So Pontiac Prep is winning 20-6 in the upper left. So this is a huge drive in the second half. Marine City needs to get it to the end zone. I talked about that Pontiac defense struggling. Well, they've done a good job against the Mariners here tonight, only allowing 6 points deep into the second half.
Boy, dangerous play by Ike coming out of their own end zone. It looked like I almost saw Dan Orlovsky, their quarterback, was running back in the end of the end zone, but got it away just in time. Not enough for a first down, though. He's going to be just shy of a first down, it looks like.
Hey, let's go to Ford Field. We got to get to Ford Field because Cass Tech right now down 5, 19-14.
Yep.
Against King. They're in the red zone, and they're inside the 5-yard line.
Keeping an eye on the Battle of Monroe as well. Marine City driving on Notre Dame Prep. And we got a touchdown. How about Jefferson? A flag here. Jefferson gets one back, Rob.
Well, they needed it.
All right. So a lot
They're
of
not.
action.
I guess they did not get it. They're close
No,
about the half
very
yard
close.
Line. Oh, that's a penalty. Quarterback ran up. The fullback stepped ahead. So that's the only thing. People get a little bit too tricky, too cute with the calls. You're going to move just as much time as the defense is, and you don't want a penalty. You're on the half-yard line. Now you're on the 5.5. If they jump offside, it costs the defense a foot.
That's a huge call, man. We saw that in the Lions game on Thursday,
we got
right?
Cass going in on the bottom right here too, Shawnee. Let's see what
we
happens
go.
Here.
Keeping it on the ground. Ooh. Big hit.
Ooh, nice.
Falling forward, though. Good job not to go down and pick up 2 additional tough yards after a big hit. So, yeah, 19-14, still in the third quarter in that one. Still a ton of third quarter in that one. Still a ton of time in that one, right?
Yeah, we got 2 on. Let's go to Monroe, as you said. Now they're on the 6-yard line.
High snap, going to keep it on the ground.
Oh, good
Didn't
job
do it.
by St. Mary's.
Maybe a yard, maybe up to the 5-yard line.
Yep, we got Cass and King as well.
All
Perfect
right.
timing.
Big play here. Loading up. Well, they were in the eye for just a second. Now they move out. Going to keep it on the ground one more time.
Great penetration. A little tush push.
Did he get in? Flags fly everywhere, so there's a touchdown. Let's see what that flag's about. Crusaders seem to think it's going against
Is there a face mask?
Cass.
Hold.
Here's the conversation.
They're calling the tush push. They call it for helping.
Yep.
See, in high
that's
school,
exactly
you can't.
it.
That's
Yep.
the problem. These
Yep.
kids watch the NFL. You can't aid a runner. The NFL should have the same rule because it's not rugby, people. You want to play rugby? If you like rugby, watch rugby. NFL, I hate that they can take 3 guys and push the quarterback.
Boy, I hate
That's a
seeing
scrum.
young man down on your left. You hate seeing that. He looks to be in a great deal of pain. Hopefully he's okay.
Is that a 15? Is a legal?
Looks like 5.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't. How can it be?
As
They
we
spotted that was a touchdown because if it touches the goal line, they marked it touching the 5.
Right.
So it must have been
Maybe spotted the foul.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess.
if the push happened from
okay,
inside the
yeah.
1. All right,
Going for
going in
Corey
the end
Sadler's.
zone. Oh, well, it bounced off Sadler, bounced off the Crusader defender, and then out of bounds. I don't know if there was some contact down there.
Here we go. The
Marine City into the end zone. Boy, they needed that, didn't they?
They did.
They needed that one.
It does so many things. Now it makes every play you call offensively, you got to think about as a coach for Pontiac because you know you don't want to. Oh. No, wait a minute now. Did I lose my game?
That was
this is Monroe Jefferson.
Yeah, Monroe
Okay,
Jefferson
all
and
right.
St. Mary's.
I'm sorry, I got caught looking down instead of looking up.
Having
So we're
quite
waiting-
the battle. Yeah, there was
that's
an
a 4th and
injury
5.
on the field.
That's a 4th and 5 when we come back. But I was looking at the Pontiac Marine City Notre Dame.
All right, let's see what Brighton's doing. They need one back desperately. Still 8-12 to go in this one, but they have their work cut out for them. Going up top, Rubes, what a catch. Inside the 10-yard line, out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. That is good stuff there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Of course, that is our Game Time Live production here tonight. Ryan Slocum, Grant Perry, Patty Cesarini, the best crew in the business as well. So lots of action going on here. 14-12 game now. Marine City and the Irish back in it. Notre Dame Prep, we saw them earlier this year. This is an offensive juggernaut, folks. Take a look at their schedule. They can score some points. They're only at 14 points right now in the fourth quarter. And, hey, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Marine City has won 6 straight games. They started the season with the loss. They've rolled up 6 straight wins here. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Now let's I got my eyes down at Ford Field. I think, listen, anytime King and Cass Tech get together, you know this is intriguing. Big play forthcoming. There's a close-up look. Boy, great job by our cameraman out there with our Game Time Live. Cass Tech from the 6, trying a little trickeration to Sadler. He's going to throw. Touchdown. How about that? A double reverse throw from Mr. Sadler, who does a little bit of everything. He punts, he returns kicks, he catches the ball, and now, Rubes, Mr. Sadler throws touchdowns. If you just missed it, if you're doing like what we're doing here and you got your eyes on a whole bunch of different games, take a look at this trickeration that Cass Tech came up with. We'll get a replay in just a second. Now Notre Dame Prep answers with a big play of their own.
That's tough. You're the Mariners of Marine City. You grind and grind and grind and grind to get all the way down the field. And the speed and a couple chunk plays for Pontiac Prep, and they're right back in the red zone.
Here's this touchdown, Rubes. In case you missed it, let's take a look at this touchdown here.
The little reverse to Corey Sadler to give him a little run pass option here, and does a good job. You know, remember when he was a freshman, he could have been the starting quarterback at Cass, but Coach Rushing felt that he could get more out of him elsewhere because they were predominantly a run team anyways.
Brighton got one back, and they needed to do it quick, fast, and a hurry as well.
Yeah, but you can't afford any first downs. You got to get another 3. You got to get a 3 and out because with 7 minutes in high school goes fast. It's not like the NFL where 7 minutes takes 45 minutes at the end of a game. It goes quickly. And there's a look at the replay of the touchdown. And now we look at St. Mary's upper right. They're coming out deep in their own end. The Bears of Jefferson trying to hold them. He gets to the edge, he does.
Well, good cut there and out past the 30-yard line. So
look at King and Cass, 20. You just know that's going to be close every week. And here's a look at Pontiac now. I think this is live.
Notre Dame Prep, incomplete. Notre Dame Prep was up 14-12, if I'm not mistaken, right? Notre Dame Prep was up 14-12, so we'll keep an eye on that. They went right back down the field, and as I mentioned, Rubes, I saw them earlier in the year, a prolific offense. I'm kind of surprised they only got 14 points on the board right now.
Well, Marine City is a good team.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
6 straight wins, man. Yeah, can we check in with Mr. Baritone for a second, shall we?
Where's that? Harbor Beach. EP upper right here. Let's see. Harbor Beach really trying to put this one away. We're in the fourth quarter. Probably going to take a knee, though. This is victory formation.
Indeed it is.
And we'll have one more play.
Notre Dame Prep gets in the end zone, and you were talking about Brody Sink
onside
earlier.
kick. I'm sorry, Shawnee. See, you were talking. I saw the onside kick. Brighton gets it. Bounce off the chest. We get a big geez. You jinxed this. You said earlier. It seems like when one touchdown comes, 3 come. It's the same theory. Here's a look at the onside kick. Goes right off the chest of the whole. Boom. That's a tough one.
Oh, yeah.
And the Bulldogs are there.
Brody Sink was the young receiver you were talking. 6'4", 200-pounder.
Yeah. He's going to Miami of Ohio, I think.
Yeah.
Chuck played for the Fighting Chuck Martins, where I will be heading out here in about an hour. I'll be on my way there.
Fighting Chuck Martins. I like
Eastern Michigan plays Miami tomorrow, and I'll be on the call with Tom Helmer, my partner.
Go Eagles. I can say that for you.
Chris Creighton's done an unbelievable job there over the years. Really resurrecting that program. And I'm proud to be, also I got my first master's degree through Eastern Michigan. So I'm a alum in a sense.
Sure. I worked with the Wood Nickel for a few years, so I'm very familiar with that place.
I like Depot Town.
Oh, it's really cool.
Is nice.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Great that you guys have been able to go to a few bowl games.
Yeah, we've been to 5 in the past 7 years. Now, this year we will not be going. It's been a struggle with the whole portal, NIL. This affects these kids right here we're talking about that we're watching tonight. Their future, where they're going into, is the Wild Wild West right now.
No doubt.
The college level, the NCAA has lost control. I mean, we saw it coming. There's too much money. We're talking the billions of dollars that the colleges make. But we're going to watch here. I'm talking too much. Let's focus on the Howell game on the bottom left. Brighton, the Bulldogs, really still trying to stay in the game, but Howell clamping down.
Boy, DCC pulled away, didn't they? Shamrocks pulled away, and they're moving the ball again late in that one. Take a look at what's going on. Crusaders trying to answer that Sadler touchdown pass. That pass goes incomplete, far side. Sorry for the glitch there. Sometimes it happens when you're doing these streams. And I want to give a shout out to our entire crew. These guys, you guys don't know the pandemonium. Rubes, you and I are sitting up here having a great time. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys strictly looking at the screens over there.
Don't forget Orlando.
6 if you want to talk about our guy
here.
here.
There's 3 in another room you don't know about.
Absolutely.
It's like the Wizard of Oz. Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
No. And now that the cameras aren't on us, I mean, John Watson, I can jump back right in my natural habitat in my shorts, right? Because you know that's the only thing that matters to me is jumping right back into my shorts.
The thing that amazes me about television, I've been in it for 35 years now, is we're called the talent. All right? Your broadcasts are called, I don't know, we're the least talented people in here.
Easily.
I love it.
All right. Why don't we check in with our guy, Alex Johnson? What do you got for us, Alex?
Hey guys, right now SMCC is marching down the field. They're down by a single point to Jefferson. It's 15-14, and right now this is an absolute brawl here to try and secure the Huron League. So back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, what a great one that is. My goodness gracious. We'll keep an eye on what's going on there. This has been the surprise of the night, what Graham Blank has been doing to Davison. And I mean no disrespect, because Davison's a heck of a team, Weingart's a heck of a coach, but Graham Blank taking care of some business. My goodness gracious, they have been rolling here tonight. They just turned over there, though.
It happened out of a punt. So it's 42-17. The Blanc is ahead right now. The Bobcats at home. Now Davison with a short field gets a chance, and there's Monroe St. Mary's again in the end zone, dancing on the Jefferson, on the Bears tonight.
That's a big touchdown there. Make no mistake about that. Let's see what Brighton can do
after
getting back into the game.
After the onside kick they recovered, can they capitalize on it? A little outside shoulder throw here.
That one nearly pulled in. Couldn't hold on. Couldn't hold on.
He caught it, but I think he was out of the end zone before he had possession.
Yep, no doubt.
Good call by the official. We had slow-mo.
So let's take a look at the Crusaders now as they threaten. But that's a sack back at what, the 28-yard line?
A lot of time in that game because they just switched in, so that's just starting the fourth quarter. We can keep an eye on the Brighton game and Howell. Why don't we do this? Why don't we go listen? We got a pretty good crew there right now helping us out. Give you a break, Shawnee. Let's head to Brighton and listen to little Grant Perry along with Ryan Slocum.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, Jackson Paul going to the Air Force, Grant. Going to play some ball out there.
He looks like a collegiate football player, man. He's built, he's strong, and play both ways. That's a good sign of a future collegiate athlete.
He makes things happen. 3 sacks on the year, 5 tackles for loss coming in. Let's see what they got on third. And more great defense. Incredible job.
Really good job there by Drew Lynn, number 12. Looks like he's a little slow to get up, but we're going to see here, and it's going to be right here. He's covering the tight end right there. Does a great job. They run a little play-action pass, and it's out route. They've been running out routes with the tight ends all day, and Drew Lynn picks up on it, plays great defense, doesn't get in the way of the receiver too much, gets a hand around the body and a hand in front of that football. And he's a little slow to get up, but not before a great defensive rep.
Yeah, it looks like it's his knee there. He went to that knee right away when he hit the turf. Obviously, we didn't see exactly what happened, but he is on the sideline right now in a game where business is picked up here, Grant.
It has. Things have been getting tight. Onside kicks successful, things you don't always see. I mean, this is for a division title, man. They're the Brown Jug. Things are going to get interesting here in these last 5 minutes, that's for sure.
And it's for bragging rights, for sure. Guys, you grew
All
up
right, here we're looking at, Davison, Sean, is making a little more respectable here. I think I heard it was 42-17 Davison. And the final for Lakeview, once again, was it 30-27 Lakeview with a win over Ike. I tell you what, you can take one hand and count how many times Lakeview has beaten Ike. They haven't really played that much either because I think Lakeview recently moved into the conference with the big fellas like Romeo and Ike and Dakota and Chip and go on and on and on. And the Macomb Red is just an outstanding conference here. 4th and 11 on the bottom.
Yeah, Brighton needs a touchdown.
I think they got it. A low throw.
Yes.
You know what? I love that quarterback. He steps up in the pocket, and he doesn't just take off and run. He keeps looking down the field, and he finds a crosser. Easy pitch and catch. Great job. We got a game, and our fellas there now. Good for them.
36-14, Catholic Central pulls away from
I'm not going to lie.
Ledge.
Unimpressive to me tonight with Catholic Central. I've been impressed every week by them. But you're going to have those games. Every game cannot be a premier game or your one you want to put on your resume, and they've had some of those this year. And to Grand Ledge's credit, coming back after a tough loss, last week you played DeWitt, who's a top team in the state, and they've been a top team, but in a smaller division. But you come here today and you battle hard and you give Catholic Central a tough game, and Matt Delangelo's got to be pretty happy with his team.
That's a huge score for the Irish, by the way, because they make that a 2-score game.
Oh, 2-possession game.
Yeah, that's huge with only 7-11 to go. So those extra points, how many times do you see it at this level, Rubes? They're so important. The team that can kick the extra point, man, it adds up. It really does.
And, we've seen it at all levels. In the NFL this year, I've seen more blocked field goals, more missed extra points, and it's been a roller coaster in the NFL this year. How many games that 1 week they had 2 or 3 games in the last couple minutes decided?
Davison trying to I don't want to say get back in the game because it's been an uphill struggle all game, but trying to make it more respectable. How's that?
All right. Speaking of respectable, let's onside kick coming again.
You think so with 5:55 to go?
Yeah.
All right. Here we
well,
go.
Maybe not. I just looked the way he was teeing it up. No, do you think so, Sean?
Let's see. I'm going to keep an eye. Yeah, they're doing it again. This time, Howell got it. They did
different this time. The other time he pushed it to the right. That time was a straight ahead job.
Let's see what Howell does. There's still a ton of time left in that game, though. 5:55. Not sure the timeout situation, but a ton of time left. Sadler begging for a
bottom
call.
Bottom right.
Yeah. Keeping an eye on that as well. Boy, look at Grand Blanc. Boy, oh boy. 42-16. And Rob, that's still in the third quarter, mind you. 42-16.
Who's that? I missed.
Grand Blanc
over
over Davison. Still in the third quarter.
We will be long off the air before that game.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that as well, right? Howell and Brighton, that's the one that, of course, the Game Time Live crew out there. A game of, listen, they're coming in bunches. 2 by Howell, 2 by Harton, 2 by Howell, 2 by Brighton.
And Davison
there's
just
your
scores.
Davison touchdown. 3 by Howell and then 2 by Brighton. They've come in bunches in that game. So by my math, that's 46-22 now in that Grand Blanc game. Let's keep an eye on the bottom right now. King and Cass. Is there a fumble? Is Brighton getting the ball back?
I believe they do. There can't be that many guys in black jerseys being wrong right now.
Wow. Indeed it is.
In high school, it's the guy with the biggest arms and chest wins because he's stronger than everyone in the bottom of those piles. He just rips it out. We're going to replay what happened here. See if they run that same play. 22. He's had a huge game. 4 touchdowns tonight. He runs so vertical, though. Well, that thing kind of lowers his pad level. Oh, gets punched out from behind.
Yeah, yep.
Great job. Okay, keep an eye on the bottom right here, though. This is the cast now. King is trying to defend after they got in the red zone and could not score the other way. Cass has moved right down the field with the help of a couple penalties.
Oh, that's huge. And into the end zone. Oh, my. That's a huge score, Rubes.
Marvin rushing. Passing.
Kid.
With a name like that, here's a man throwing the ball all over Ford Field. Marvin Rushing, the head coach, doing a great job. But the quarterback, we're going to look at this replay in a minute. He does a great job of rolling left, and he's got a tiered read. And I'm going to tell you what a tiered read is. He's got a deep pass route, an intermediate, and a shallow. And he's got all 3 that he kind of picked from. And they're not all open, though. He's going to roll out to his left. He gets forced there, a little boot. And you're going to see back coming across shallow, intermediate, and he goes deep to the third one. And he gets the man coverage deep. And King, that's a problem. You live and die with that man coverage. And right now, they just got athletic a little bit by 0 there. Did a great job.
Kept his bearings as well, and not going out of bounds was huge, Rubes, because it looked like, his progress was carrying him out of bounds, but kind of got his bearings back and found a way.
Don't you like the quarterback, though? He could have went to any of the 3 levels, and he had man everywhere. But they all were, he looks at him, he's like, well, they're all kind of close. I might as well go for the big boy. And he also practices with those kids during the week. He may think, when I do this in practice, number 0, he probably knows his name, which I don't. He goes up and catches the ball. So great decision. And now Brighton here. This is exciting. Why don't we do this? Give us a break. Let's go listen to the fellas that are calling the game, because I guarantee Ryan Slocum, he may not be excited as Sean Belizean, but he's pumped.
So far here in the fourth. The Doms have another one in them. DeGusta over the middle. Got his man in and out of the hands. C.J. Sageman, and he had room to run.
Yeah, they did, and they switch up. They don't go outs. They go cross face. They go over slant type of routes. And C.J. Sageman, we saw the speed on that red zone run he had earlier. That time he crossed the safety's face, just couldn't quite bring that one in.
C.J.'s played well as well, being out there.
Fourth down
as
at
is
10.
Jaden Sipanier filling in for Platt. And they've done a great job getting their team back in it. But it is 4th and 10. Brighton on their own 39. Need to get near the 50. DeGusta. Got a man. Complete. First down. And the drive stays alive one more time.
Talk about being ready for the moment. Senior Sterling Brooks Jr., the 6'2". Receiver catches the football, but we do have a yellow hanky. Let's check it out. Watch this right here. Beautiful timing. And look at the throw, the anticipation. And that throw, let me remind you, that throw came out before the receiver was turned.
I'll tell you what, Grant. The camera work here in this second half of this game is incredible. And I don't know, is Dom just throwing toward our cameras? That's where he needs to be. Our guys are right there on top of it every single time. Let's get the call here.
They're getting a late hit.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Grant, here we go one more time.
And the rhythm has been when they get that 15-yarder, Ryan, they find a way to score. So, man, if anything stays true to how this game has flowed, Brighton is cooking with gas here with about 4:41 left to play.
It's happened on every single possession that Brighton has found the end zone. Another 15-yard penalty. That has been the Achilles heel for Howell today. Kept Brighton alive, and then they make plays. Let's see if Dom's got another one in him. Hands it to the other Dom. Up the middle, still on his feet. Going to be brought down, but a huge gain on first.
Man, you just got to give this Brighton team a lot of credit. Just when it seems like they've been going against this heavyweight that keeps swinging and getting them down, this Brighton team does not stop swinging back. Just when it seems like they're out, they're still in it, man. They find ways to keep themselves in the game, and some of that is due to the penalties of Howell, but man, they're succeeding and they're finding ways to convert on 3rd and 10, 4th and 10. Sitting here at the fringe of the red zone, interested to see where they go. Sageman, fast receiver, Sipanier right there. 2 viable slot options on this play.
Got a man in motion for Dom. Fakes the handoff to him. We've got a flag. And it looks like delay a game.
I'm going to give one, you give the other.
Yeah,
Which one? Whatever you, I'll give the other one.
Yep, false start, so that'll back up.
Couple of final scores. Walled Lake, correct me if I'm 41-20. Was that, I believe?
41-21, I believe, over
41-21 over South Lyon East.
Yep.
So that's a huge win. And
I have the other one over here. Monroe St. Mary's Catholic beat Jefferson 20-15 with 7 of their players out due to some type of suspension, which we're not going to go into detail, which doesn't matter. They just didn't play.
look at that celebration, huh? Look at good for them. There's the celebration as well. South Lyon East, obviously going home sad, but Walled Lake Western continues their impressive run. Make no mistake about that.
I think Alan just told me we may be going to the 2 box. We could have Brighton, or we're in the 4 box because I'll be able to see it better, and Cass in the bottom right at Ford Field. King's got a guy wide open.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
Little Three Stooges action there.
Oh, my gosh.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Certainly. That's awesome.
That's good stuff.
Why does Ford Field look like it's a bigger field than all these other fields? I guess because it's so vast with all the seating and stuff.
Right. 21-12, the Irish on top with a $1.46 in that one. All right, let's take a look at what's going on at King as we have a timeout in the Howell-Brightland game at that late juncture. You know the Bulldog faithful would love nothing more than a touchdown and extra point to take the lead. Crusaders desperately need a score here. Inside the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Incomplete.
That's high-level football. Oh, they're going to throw the flag.
2 flags
Man,
come in.
I was just going to say, he was all over. Great coverage. Maybe too great. But I watched that play. The protection was good. The quarterback stepped into the quick slant. The receiver put his body between the defender, and the defender was in pretty good position. Just all the way around, really good high-level football.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that as that game, of course, being played down at Ford Field. Let's take a look at the Brighton game as well. Big third down, 3rd and 9. Brighton got the ball back after a turnover.
Fourth and 9.
Oh, it is 4th down now. Wow. This is huge.
It's still 3:41 and 2 timeouts, so if they don't get it, they cannot allow a first down. If
Yes.
they get a 3 and out, they'll have a chance to come back, but why not? You're down here now. Get your work done now. Put it in.
And here are the Crusaders diving for the end zone. I think it's just short. If I'm not mistaken, the last I saw, you guys can correct me, I think it was 21-12 there. Yeah, I think it's 21-12 there.
It was 14-13 at one time.
28-19. See
Right,
what
it's a
happens?
two-possession.
We turn our heads,
well,
right?
I told you, but you even commented earlier that they made it was a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
The 9-point lead is a big lead.
Yeah, it is.
But not any long. Ooh,
Oh, I don't think he got in.
No.
Yeah. Big stop at the goal line.
This is really entertaining football. If you went to Ford Field, you're watching this game, you're enjoying a really good high school football game.
Absolutely. What else would you expect when these two to get together? My
goodness.
goodness.
We've said it over and over, it's not like a broken record, but
Yeah.
it's so true. These are two really good programs in the state of Michigan. They go out of state and they'll take on all takers. Cass will go into Ohio, Pennsylvania, so will King.
Keeper there.
The fumble. That ball came out.
Let's see.
4th down, and they lost a yard.
4th down.
This would be one of the greatest goal line stands in Cass Tech history. That is they started, when we turned, we've seen 1, 2 or 3 plays from the 3-yard line. They haven't got in, so 3 plays now. This is it, 4th and goal.
This is a huge one because they're down 2 scores right now. Keeper
he did not
again.
get in.
I don't think he got in. I do not think he got in. Wow, what a huge stand. Brighton going up top. How about on the 4th down? Incomplete. Oh, baby. So Brighton only has 1 timeout left now, Rubes. Howell gets the ball back. They only have 1 timeout left. And what a stop, by the way. 28-19, 5:26 to go. Down at Ford Field. Now 4:58 to go. So Cass Tech gets the ball back. King has all 3 timeouts, as you can see there.
We get another look here. That was a pretty well-thrown ball in the Brighton game. We're going to go big here and take a look. This is a great view coming right at you. It looked like it was catchable. I'll get a better look here. Oh. Yeah, that's tough. I've been a forward. I think Grant Perry, I can hear him in the background commenting. You lose sight of the ball when it switches sides when you're going looking over your shoulder. And you have to switch shoulders. You lose sight for a bit. Plus, it's about a foot too long. But isn't it amazing, a game of football with all these guys playing all the time, all the scores, all the plays, yet it can come down to inches.
It's amazing. Well, a big opportunity here for Cass. They have to get the ball out of the end zone. Let's not forget, a safety would be devastating here, Rubes.
Well, it would be helpful to King because it makes it a one-possession game.
That's what I'm saying. And the ball back, yeah, that would be huge.
Yeah, it'd be a 2-score, 1 possession. I'm a big believer. I always hear 2-score. No. People say 1 possession or 1-score game. It's not a 1-score game. You got to get a touchdown, then you have to have another score, which is a 1 or 2 point conversion.
Yeah.
So it's really that way. But yeah, they're deep in their own end. You don't want to punt, especially at high school. Punting is always an adventure. It can be an adventure. So you'd like to get some breathing room here if you're Cass. Look for some type of misdirection or maybe a waggle quarterback fake to run one way. You have the quarterback boot out the other way, the run pass option.
Crusaders need to make a play here.
Oh,
wow, look at this.
That's going to be,
nice cut back here. He's gone.
90. Can't be any farther than that, fellas.
Yep, he's gone.
He'll tie the Michigan high school record for a touchdown right there.
That is a gutsy call, Mr. Rubick. Let your athletes,
right? 99
let your
yards.
athletes run. Absolutely, 99 yards right
That's
there.
That's game, set, match, people. That one is done. Go back to Brighton.
Congratulations to Cass. They are now up, my goodness, 34-19. PAT pending. big third down here between Howell and Brighton. Oh, and look out. Big run here, inside the 30, inside the 25, and down close to the 20-yard line.
Down to the 20, and we haven't said his name in quite a while, but that's another sophomore, Jack Gondik, taking it all the way down there. Second half's been all Kish. Now, this time, Gondik gets it.
It's been Kish, and Kish is here and here. Gondik is right there through the middle, and the Brighton defense just wasn't quite ready for it. Really good blocking. Low man wins, and once he gets to the line of scrimmage, they get great blocking on the linebackers, and he's out to that third level, and thank goodness for Jaden Sipaneer, able to bring him down and give this Brighton Bulldog defense another chance.
Clock is now under 3 minutes. You see Preston Bard just letting that clock roll. Finally hands it off. Nowhere to go this time. Maybe a gain of 2. But you said it. Out of timeouts now, Grant. They can't stop this clock.
Out of timeouts. I mean, this next snap is going to be snapped somewhere around 2:10, 2:08. And then they're going to have 2 more downs to do the same thing. So if you can somehow manufacture a field goal attempt here and hopefully make them miss a field goal, you have some light. Not much, but you got some. But everything has to work in your favor on this next few plays.
2:20 to go. Highlanders just now getting up to the line. Number 10, quarterback, Bard. Looking at that official, gives him the signal for time. And there's the snap. Once again, up the gut. Not much there, but the clock continues to roll. Going to be third down, 5 to go, but we're under 2 minutes to play.
Hey, fantastic night again. This is what you expect in the MHSAA.
Did you enjoy it?
I love every second.
I tell you,
Are
it's a
kidding
blast,
me?
isn't it?
Can we do it again next week? Is there any way we can do it again next week?
Well, if you talk to your partner, Ronnie Slocum, going outside the house instead of in the house with us.
I think we could do that. I think that's the way it's going to work. Hey, want to remind you guys, we'll be back next week as well. If you want to catch the end of that game out in Brighton, all you have to do is go to the State Champs YouTube page. Mr. Rubes, nice to see you. Safe travels to you. Good luck to the Eagles tomorrow.
Let's soar.
And, of course, to our great crew here, so many people working behind the scenes, thank you. Most importantly, thank you for inviting us into your phones, your laptops, your computers, whatever the case may be. We'll see you from the Score.
State Champs Score is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan.